Hello, students, and welcome to episode 81 of Max Online English Lessons. I hope you're having a great day today. And today, our topic is about a really adventurous race that takes place in Europe and Africa. The reason why I picked this topic is because the other day I was talking about my uncle, and my uncle really loves cars, and he's really interested in racing cars and things like that. And when I was a kid, he had a special car called a dune buggy. A dune buggy is a car used to drive in the desert over sand dunes. It's a really special car. It's kind of an open car, and it has some bars going across the top just in case it rolls over. The driver can be safe. It doesn't crush the car, and the car can keep driving. So even if it rolls over, the car can keep driving. It's a pretty adventurous car. So after I was talking about that with my friend, I decided to go online and search about these really adventurous races and cars used in the desert. So that made me research about a special big race called the Dakar Rally, And that's going to be our topic today. We're talking about the Dakar Rally. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and let's get started. When you think of racing, you might think of race cars on a track in a big stadium. Or maybe you think of track and field, where people run really fast to reach the goal. However, some of the most famous races in the world happen far away from cities, deep in deserts and mountains. One example of these races is the Dakar Rally, a long-distance off-road race that became famous for adventure, endurance, and teamwork. For decades, drivers and navigators from around the world have crossed difficult landscapes in cars, motorcycles, and trucks, facing extreme heat, sandstorms, and car troubles along the way. The rally is not just a race. It's a test of people's courage and determination. The Dakar Rally, which was originally named Paris-Dakar Rally, began in 1978. Competitors started the race in Paris, France, and traveled thousands of kilometers across Europe and Africa before reaching Dakar, the capital city of Senegal in West Africa. The route takes competitors from Paris down to Portugal and then Spain, across the Mediterranean Sea, and then into Morocco. The rally drivers would then head south along the west coast of Africa and through the Sahara Desert until finally arriving at the finish line in Dakar. The founder of this rally was a French motorcyclist named Thierry Sabine. During another race in the Sahara Desert, Sabine became lost, and he spent days trying to survive the harsh environment of the desert. Instead of becoming afraid, he gained a new respect from the desert and became impressed by it. After his rescue, he imagined creating a race that would test both driving skill and human endurance. Normal races are mostly about speed and precise driving, but the Dakar Rally is completely different. Drivers have to travel across enormous sand dunes, rocky ground, and isolated desert areas where there are few roads or signs. In the early years before GPS, navigation was extremely difficult. The rally teams relied on paper maps, compasses, and written instructions in road books. A single mistake could cause the racer to become lost for hours or perhaps even days. Because of this, teamwork between the driver and navigator was very important. Life during the rally was exhausting. Competitors often drove for many hours every day under intense heat. At night, many teams repaired damaged vehicles in temporary camps in the middle of the desert. One famous story tells of racers spending the entire night fixing a broken engine under lantern light, only to continue racing again at sunrise. Many participants said the hardest challenge was not the driving itself, but finding the mental strength to continue when they were tired and far from help. The landscapes of the rally also became part of its legend. Competitors crossed giant sand dunes in the Sahara Desert, passed through small villages, and drove across places that seemed almost endless. Many racers later described the experience as life-changing. Some said that the silence of the desert at night was one of the most unforgettable moments of their lives. Others spoke about the friendships formed between competitors, especially when teams stopped to help one another after accidents or breakdowns. Japan also became an important part of the Dakar Rally history. Japanese automobile companies such as Toyota, Mitsubishi, and Honda developed strong reputations in the event. In particular, Mitsubishi became famous for its Pajero vehicles, which won the rally many times. Japanese engineers earned mechanics respect for building reliable machines that could survive the harsh desert conditions. One especially important Japanese figure was Kenjiro Shinozuka. In 1997, he became the first Japanese driver to win the Dakar Rally. His victory was celebrated in Japan because the event had long been dominated by European teams. Shinozuka was known not only for his driving skill, but also for his calm personality and perseverance. In interviews, he often spoke about the importance of patience and concentration during long races. His success inspired many Japanese fans and drivers who admired his determination. Over time, the rally changed locations for safety and organization reasons. Although it no longer finishes in Dakar, the race continues today in different desert regions, including South America and Saudi Arabia. Even with modern technology, it remains one of the toughest races in the world. Competitors still face mechanical failures, difficult navigation, and extreme weather conditions. The Dakar Rally became famous because it represented something larger than competition. It showed the human desire to explore difficult places and overcome challenges. Drivers and navigators did not race for trophies. Many joined because they wanted adventure and the chance to test themselves in unfamiliar environments. The event combined travel, teamwork, engineering, and endurance in a way that captured people's imaginations around the world. Today, the Dakar Rally continues to attract competitors and fans from many countries. Although technology has improved greatly since the first race in 1978, the spirit of adventure remains the same. The stories of people who crossed deserts, repaired vehicles under the stars, and refused to give up continue to inspire those who dream of exploration and perseverance. All right, thanks for listening to that essay. Now let's take a look at well, we don't need that. Looks like our screen is really small today, so I'm going to need to change that a little bit. So let's look at our vocab words today. We have five vocab words as usual. And word number one is endurance. Endurance. This is the ability to do physical or mental activities for a long period of time. Number two, navigators. Navigators. A navigator is a person who's responsible for planning and directing the course of a vehicle. It could be a car or a ship or an airplane or even a spaceship. So a navigator. It's different than the pilot. The pilot steers and follows the course. The course is created by the navigator. Number three, competitor. Competitor. A competitor is a person or team that tries to win something over others who are also trying to win. Number four, precise. Precise. Precise is being strict, accurate, exact, and clear, avoiding any kind of error. And number five is harsh. Harsh. Something harsh is something that is unpleasant, cruel, or severe, creating discomfort or pain. Okay, those are our vocab words, and up next is our discussion questions. So again, there are 5 discussion questions. Please try to answer them as best as you can. Number 1, what do you think is the most exciting part of the Dakar Rally? Number 2, have you ever been a part of a competition before? Number 3, tell us about a time where you had to use teamwork to accomplish something. Number 4, the racers describe some of the places they visited as unforgettable. Where have you been that you felt was unforgettable? Number 5, many of the teams on the Dakar Rally helped each other even though they were opponents. Tell us about a time where you helped a stranger or a stranger helped you. All right. Okay, that's all for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and please join me again for episode 82 next month. Goodbye, everyone. See you.